How's it going, everyone? Today we are doing an ultimate guide of Dead by Daylight. This is one of my favorite games at the moment. If you stop by any of the streams, you would know that. And honestly, the content with BTD Battles is really just not it. I've really started to notice that the last couple days, and I'm struggling to do stuff there. So here I am. I'm making an ultimate guide for you guys about perks, levels, how to get the game, anything you want to know, just how to be better. I hope you will find this video super duper helpful. I will be leaving timestamps in the description, so please do make sure to check those out if you're looking for a certain aspect of the game. But other than that, I hope you enjoy. And yeah, to start off, guys, the most important thing about any game is owning it. And here you can see in the Steam store, you can buy Dead by Daylight. It is currently 40% off, so you can buy it right here on Steam, and I very much suggest you do. It is a very good sale, 40% off as you can see. And on Steam, you can also find all of the DLC for the game, which are also on a very good sale right now, mostly 40%, some 30%, but I would recommend. This is the newest DLC that just came out. So yeah, this is exactly how you will get the game. If you load up Steam, search up Dead by Daylight like up here, and this should all come up. But this is quite obviously the easiest part, but also the most important part about playing this game. So make sure to install it, and we'll move on to the next part here. Like every game, Dead by Daylight has a progression system. In this game, it's called the Blood Web. Essentially, when you play games and do quests, you get what's known as blood points. When you get these blood points, you go into the character you want, you click the blood web, and then you use the points to level it up. By doing this, you unlock perks, add-ons, offerings, items, basically anything you can think of to help you along your path of becoming a true Dead by Daylight champion. At level 10, the entity begins to corrupt the blood web. Every time you buy something in the blood web, the entity will block several items, allowing you to not get them anymore. Each killer and survivor in Dead by Daylight comes with 3 personal perks. At levels 30, 35, and 40 in the blood web, you are able to unlock these perks for all characters by getting them as seen here. They will be circled in orange, like here, and once you unlock these, they will be unlocked for all of your other characters, so you can get them in their blood webs. We've been talking a lot about perks in this video so far. Now you might be wondering, what are perks? Well, if you head to the store and then to the characters tab, you'll see a full list of all survivors and killers in the game. Now, let's say we click on one, for example, the Plague. They're going to have 3 perks that are specific to them: the Corrupt Intervention, Infectious Fright, and Dark Devotion. These 3 perks can only be unlocked by buying this character, or you can also unlock them in the Shrine of Secrets. However, this is something for a different video. Now let's go back to the Plague here. When you unlock this character, you're going to level up their blood web as normal. You're going to get all the base perks. There's about 12 or 15 of them, I believe, which can be unlocked on any killer. And then you'll also be able to find the 3 individual perks, at least when you're starting the game off. Now, as said before, at level 30, 35, and 40, you're going to be able to unlock these perks in the blood web in a special little orange tint. Now, when you get those perks in the orange color, that means that those perks are now unlocked in all of your other characters' blood webs. So you can get the perks that were specific to the Plague. You can now get those perks in your Michael Myers blood web or your Huntress blood web, something like that. So now instead of having those 15 base perks when you go to unlock your other killers, you'll have the 15 base ones plus the Plague's perks because you unlocked them in her blood web, and then plus the characters that you're currently leveling up, plus their perks, sorry. I hope that made sense, but this is just a very, very quick guide into how perks work. Now let's talk about the actual gameplay of Dead by Daylight. At the very core, your goal as a survivor is to escape, and as the killer is to stop the survivors from escaping. Now you might be wondering, how do you actually do this? And this it's fairly simple at first, but there actually is a lot of in-depth stuff about how to get better at the game, like every game. But the actual core mechanics are pretty simple. So as a survivor, when you spawn in, there will be 7 generators scattered around the map. There's many maps and they all have different generator positions. But for now, there's just going to be 7 generators. Just think about that, 7 generators. So your goal is to complete 5 of these generators. They each take 180 seconds, and the killer's job is to stop you from doing them. But if you bring items and also hitting skill checks, which are little things that pop up on your screen that you have to hit at the right time, if you do those, it takes less time than 180 seconds. Now, once you complete all 5 of these, 2 exit gates will be powered. Once these are powered, you have to go over to the exit gates and you have to hold a switch for about 10 seconds. And once you do that, the exit gate will open and you'll be able to escape. Now, this might sound super duper easy, but it's not. Because while you're trying to do all these things, there's a killer who has supernatural powers who's trying to hunt you down and stop you from doing these things. And they have lots of information about where you are on the map at all times. So you have to play super smart with your team and do everything as well as you can if you want a chance of escaping. In my opinion, this game is super duper fun. There's lots of stuff you can do in it. It might seem a bit boring at first, especially if you don't know how to play very well. But once you get the hang of it, I promise you, you will be having a super duper good time. So go ahead and download Dead by Daylight and drop a subscription and a like on my channel. And now we're going to hop into a live game. Alright guys, we have just hopped into a game here. This is our live example of how to play. So we just spawned in here and we are running a few perks. We are running Spine Chill, which is the one on the left there. That lets us know when the killer is looking at us. We have the one on the top, which is Dead Hard, which when we're injured, we can press the button to sprint forward a tiny bit. We have a bottom one, which lets us rescue people and heal them from the ground quicker. And then the one on the right allows us to see all the survivors when one survivor is on the hook, and also the killer if they're near the hook. That's a base overview of our perks, and now we're going to get into the gameplay here. So, you start off the game. We're playing with some not great teammates, sorry about that. So it might be an issue, but you want to hop on a generator. Most of the time, you either want to be chased by the generator or you want to be on a generator. Now, that is what you call a skill check. And that pops up on the screen, you just got to press the button at the right time. If you don't, that is exactly what happens. And now, the spirit knows, which is the killer we're facing. She can kind of turn invisible for a minute, but she knows that we're here, and she's probably going to come and kill us. Unfortunately, that did not work very well for us. So we're going to have to run here. We're going to do our best to get away here. And we're going to go try to save our teammate from the hook. As you see on the left side of the screen, it does say that we have 5 generators left to do, because we haven't done any yet. We're going to heal her. And we're probably going to lose this game. We're not doing very good. But yes. Guess she didn't want to be healed, but that's alright. Yes, most of the time you either want to be A, being chased, or B, you want to be on a generator. Yes, as you can see, we're not playing with the smartest of teammates. Oh my goodness. Some people, you know. As you can see, the one on the left lit up, which means she is looking in our direction here. So we're going to sprint around this way. And we're going to go this way. And we're just going to relax right here. We're going to go back here. She's going to keep chasing us around that way. So we're going to go here. And we're going to stun her with a pallet. She's going to go to break it, so we're just going to keep walking then. And we're going to be ready to press the E button, which gives us a small dash forward. But no, she's going to stop chasing us here. So it's perfect. We're going to hop on a generator right away. Like so. And a lot of the times, guys, you do want to be healed, but sometimes you don't. It does take about 16 seconds to be healed, so it does take a lot of valuable time, right? But if you are at 2 hooks, then you would want to. So if you see on the left side of the screen, beside the names, there's little kind of dashes beside the names, and that represents how many times you've been hooked. If there's none, that means you haven't been hooked. If there's 1, it means you've been hooked once. And then once it's 2, you've been hooked twice, and if you get hooked another time, you are dead for good. So we do see that she's probably coming over here in a second. She's up there, and this ability for this killer facing means she can turn invisible for a bit, and we can't see her, but our teammate just died to her. Again, we have pretty bad teammates. This is why I've been playing killer a lot, actually. When I switched to PC, we got reset our rank, so we're playing with a bunch of noobs, unfortunately. Not that I'm like great, to be honest with you, but I'm definitely better than them, these guys. Yeah, we're just gonna run this way. We should be fine here. Yeah, we can go save her. She's engaged them over there. So we're gonna go save our teammate here. Like so. And we're gonna hop right back on this generator. A lot of the time, your teammates will want you to heal them. It's not a bad idea. But again, it just takes a lot of time, right? And especially if you're a competent team, it's not necessarily the right play. I probably won't get the chance to show you guys how to activate the exit gates, but just know it's very, very similar to doing the generator. I'll try to find one along the side of the map here. They're always along the side. There's one right up here, actually. So once you've completed all 5 generators, there'll be like a loud notification. It'll show you where the 2 exit gates are for a short period of time. You come up here, you interact with this thing for about 10 seconds or so. This gate opens, you run outside, you win. That's pretty much how it goes, and you just don't want to get killed by the killer, obviously. So yeah, you can see some of our perks in play here. Now we can see our teammates, and that's the spirit over there. There's definitely a balance between like just like doing nothing and being like ultra aggressive. Like there is a certain amount of like technique, I guess. You don't want to always be like running in the killer's face. You do want to hide at times. But at the same time, it might not always be the best decision. So we do want to heal her. She is at 2 hooks, which means if she's hooked again, she will die. And our teammate over there is 2 hooks, and he was down, so he is most likely dead. Normally, you kind of want to like go and try to like save your teammate somehow. Got to figure out a plan, but we're just not a coordinated enough team to do this. These are all random guys. Just remember that. So it's not, you don't expect much. I'm gonna keep moving over this way. And we're gonna go back up to this generator here. And we're gonna do our best to finish up some generators here. Now she is coming. Now that was on me there. I've actually dropped the pallet on the wrong side and I kind of panicked a bit, which is why I went silent. Unfortunately, we're not going to win here. Our team was just, we weren't too competent. I'm playing with a bunch of randoms at a low rank, so I don't really expect a whole ton, to be honest with you. It just kind of is what it is. I do hope though that this was a decent guide. By the way, you see how it says take chance to escape. Don't do that. I guess I can show you what it does. If you do it, it makes your health bar go down, and there's like a 4% chance of escaping, but most of the time it just kills you faster. Because if you do not get rescued by the hook before your health bar hits halfway, even though you haven't been hooked a second time, you instantly hit the second hook stage and it says you've been hooked 2 times. And if it hits 0, again, you'll hit the last stage and you'll die. So it's whatever comes first. You either got hooked 3 times, or your health bar hits 0 while you're on the hook. We are going to get rescued here though, but again, I just wouldn't recommend take a chance. Something to note is, once you're in the second hook phase, you do have to make skill checks to stay alive. If you miss one of those, your health bar goes down a ton, so don't miss it. Yeah, we are probably dead here. You kind of want to look behind you a lot in this game. She is chasing after us here. We'll go up here. We are gonna keep going. We're gonna go here. She's just gonna keep chasing us, that's alright. We're gonna go around this way. We're gonna block her with the pallet like that. And if she's going to do that, alright. Oh, I dead-hearted right there. That was super stupid of me. I'm dead here, by the way, but boys. Apparently not. That was so embarrassing for both of us. I made such a bad play, but so did she, so. And that was smart. It was only a matter of time there. I wasn't doing a very good job of looking behind me. So we are going to die here, unfortunately. We are going to be hooked for the third time. Our teammates will probably go on to die. We'll see, though. You know what, we can spectate them. Screw it. Normally I would say no, but we will spectate them, and we'll kind of like comment on what they're doing. But something else to note is if the killer takes too long to hook you, you can wiggle out. So I don't know how long it is, maybe 15, 20 seconds, something like that. But if you're wiggling, which is the left joystick on controller, if you just move it a bunch, or A and D on keyboard and mouse, unless you change it, you can wiggle out. We will go ahead and spectate this game. Mind you, that was not a very good game. And actually here, the one teammate here, he just finished a generator, and the other guy is almost on another one, so they might actually escape here. So maybe if I played that a bit smarter, we would have escaped also. But honestly, it was not a good game by me. I was mostly just kind of chilling, you know? I haven't played Survivor in a while also, I guess is something to note here. But you see he is hiding. When you do run, you leave like footsteps behind you, like scratch marks, I guess, and it's very, very noticeable by the killer. So a lot of times if you crouch, especially against this killer, because they turn into a little bit of a spirit world, I guess. And when they do that, they can't see you, you can't see them, but they can still see the footsteps that you leave on the ground. So if you crouch, it makes them very, very confused. I don't think this killer yeah, she's on this guy, but I don't think the killer that we were playing against this game is good enough to actually know how to use her ability. Actually, she does look like she's using it right now. So you see this person, he was crouching, but because he was injured, you make a very loud, distinct noise. And even while you're in that spirit phase, you can still hear that injured noise. You did notice how she was standing still, so while she's in her mode, it looks like she's standing still on the survivor screen. Now the other guy did escape, so that's why we can't look at him. And you do see, so when there's only one person left, there's something called the hatch spawns, which is an alternate way of leaving. And the killer, often if they're very nice, will give the last survivor the hatch, especially if it was kind of like a good game, you know? So yeah, we are only rank 17 on this account. On my Xbox, I was about rank 4. Again, I just started playing keyboard and mouse, and especially on Survivor, I found it harder. We'll say GG's to this dude. That was the killer. And yeah, good game to everyone here. I'm going to change my name, don't worry. But yeah, I hope that really showcased how to play this game well. And I hope all of you guys have a good rest of your day and everything. And I hope to be posting a video again at some point, probably Thursday, maybe Saturday, something like that. Around the same time. I didn't really get around to posting one last week just because some stuff came up. But anyways, have a good night, have a good evening, have a good day wherever you live, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.